Hi everyone. I'm in my cousin's room. She wanted to show me all the blankets and plushies she has of my honey girl. She loved honey very much and she wanted some blankets, custom made blankets of honey. She has so many. Hey Jason, how are you? I thought I'd come to my cousin's room where she has all of Honey's blankets. I'm not feeling very well, so I came to sit down in her rocking chair. Her and my aunt and my uncle and my cousins took the fur babies to they went to take the fur babies to the park for a little while before it starts to rain. Yeah, believe it or not, it's been lightning and thundering here in California, but no rain, just lightning and thundering. We're having that monsoonal moisture. But I didn't want to go because I haven't felt very well. I just feel very lightheaded and my vertigo is acting up. So I thought I'd come to her room. It rained there yesterday too, Jason. And you know, the rain over here in California is making, and the lightning and thunder is making it that much more humidity. And the humidity is already 88% here in California. I'll be here, Jason, in California. Hi, RJ, how are you? Yeah, I've had vertigo for, I was diagnosed with vertigo for 4 months ago. And I didn't even realize I had vertigo. I was always busy all the time, so I thought that my anemia, I have chronic anemia, so I thought my anemia was very low until I passed out. And, and they took me 4 months ago to the hospital, and they ran some tests, and the doctor diagnosed me with vertigo. But I think what I have right now, I'm not feeling well. It's very humid here in California. I'm from Hawaii, so I came to California to get away from the hurricanes in Hawaii because we went through a hurricane Lala a couple of weeks ago and it was just way too much rain and I couldn't take my fur babies out anywhere because all the streets in Hawaii are flooded. So I brought them out here to California and my family's plane. And we're going to be here for 2 weeks in California. But this is my cousin's room. She's 11 years old, and I like what she has. She has a lot of custom-made blankets of my honey girl, as you guys could see. Pillowcases of honey. I love this pillowcase. I love that picture of honey. That's one of my very favorite pictures that I took of honey. And here's honey with her sunglasses and her cap. She was such a girly girl. And her red sweater and her purple. Everybody says she looks cute in purple, but I think she looks cute in pink. Well, she looks cute regardless of what she wears, but I think the pink really makes her stand out. And here she was making a face at me. She was sticking her tongue out over here. She loved to stick her tongue out at me because she knew I would laugh. But I want to be here for at least in California, Jason. It's my cousin at least 2 weeks. I'm just waiting for all the rain and all the hurricanes to leave Hawaii because it's not fair for the fur babies to stay indoors for 2 weeks. So I brought them out here to California where the weather, even though it's hot and muggy and miserable, at least the fur babies could go outside. And I have 7 dogs, excuse me, all together. And right now my cousins took them to the park, but I couldn't go. I had to stay behind because, like I said, I'm not feeling well. It's just, it's not, I have vertigo, but I'm very lightheaded, and I think it's because either my blood pressure's too low or my iron's too low, but I can't even feel myself sitting down. So my aunt stayed home, and my uncle and my cousins took my dogs and their dogs to the park for a while. But I will do a live stream in about 4 hours when the puppies are home, when my dogs are home, and I'll go outside with them or in the living room and do a live stream so you guys could see all of them all together. I just, I'm like, literally, right now, I had to make a smoothie, and I've been drinking orange juice, pineapple juice, because just, I'm not feeling well. And I don't like, I don't want to end up in the hospital, so I'm sitting, we have, my cousin has air conditioning, and I also have a fan on. What flavor smoothie, Jason? I have a three berry smoothie: strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry mixed with pineapple juice. That's my favorite. I also like strawberry banana, but I like the three berry smoothies. Hello, Zian. How are you? But my cousin, as you guys could tell, she loved my honey girl very much, and she wanted to show me her custom-made blankets that she made of my dog, my baby girl, pink and purple. I like this pillowcase. What about you, Jason? Of Honey. I love that picture of Honey Girl. As you guys notice, I don't, if you guys will watch my community page, all the pictures I have of my Honey Girl, she's looking directly to the camera. Every single picture, she would look at me. She knew what the camera was. So the second I took my camera out, she would automatically pose and look at the camera, just like Susie. Yeah, I love that pillow, the pillowcase of Honey Girl. That was cute. When I go back home to Hawaii, I want to do a live stream, and I have a special room of my Honey Girl, and the wallpapers in her room all have her pictures, and the carpet I have in her room also has a big old picture of Honey and all of her favorite toys, her favorite blankets. I want to show all of you guys her room when I go back to Hawaii. Her room is really, really huge, and I have all of her favorite stuff in there. Oh, look what I made! I had Jason. Remember my cousin had one of these? She made one for me. I got that ornament today. She made it for me of honey. It's a Christmas ornament. Hi, Sasha. How are you? I'm showing everybody the custom-made blankets that my cousin made of my honey girl. You can see the plushie and these blankets. This is a pillowcase that she had made of my honey girl. That's my favorite picture of honey. And right here, as you guys can see, honey used to love sticking her tongue out at me. You guys can see that little silly tongue of hers. This right here. She's also sticking out her tongue here. She used to love those sunglasses. Those were her favorite. She had about 25 different color sunglasses, but for some reason, she would always get the pink sunglasses. But my cousin made this Christmas ornament of honey. As you guys can see. And she loved my honey girl very much. My whole family, yeah, Jason, they're, Roxy kind of looks like honey. She has the same color as honey does. Is it raining over there right now, Jason, where you're at? It started to rain over here a little. But it's really lightning and thundering, so it's like monsoon moisture here in Southern California. But I don't like the humidity because it makes me very sick. I could deal with the heat, but I cannot deal with the humidity. I can't wait to go back home to Hawaii, but it was just like one hurricane after another in Hawaii, and you can't even walk on the sidewalks because the streets are so flooded, and the sidewalks are so flooded. We got 34 inches of rain in 2 days in Hawaii, so I got tired of it. So I told my sisters, let's go to California for a couple of weeks to get away from all the craziness in Hawaii. It's in the 70s. Over here, right now, Jason, in California, it is 94. Bye, Sasha. Thanks for stopping by. It's 94 here in California, Jason. And thank God my cousin has central air. So, but the second you go outside, you could feel the heat. But my cousins should be back with the fur babies in about 3 hours from now. So by 6 o'clock California time, I'll do a live stream, about a half-hour live stream, so you guys could see all the dogs. And um, Daisy girl, Daisy's been a little bit. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. Yeah, Hawaii has been getting like hit a lot. A few years ago that we had that the fire in Maui, and then the Kilauea volcano last year erupted, and it killed quite a bit of people in Hawaii. And then these two hurricanes, one after another. Daisy's favorite treat is she loves bananas and blueberries. She loves blueberries and bananas. She doesn't really eat dog treats, neither did Honey. I make my sister and I, we make homemade dog treats, peanut butter, banana dog treats. So we make our own dog treats because the dog treats that you buy at the stores are not really healthy for them. And Honey Girl would never ever like the dog treats. She would like me to make the homemade ones. I think that's why Honey lived 14 and a half years, because I was very careful on what I fed her. And I didn't like her to play with the squeaky toys, but with the squeaky toys, she would never destroy it. So I wouldn't have to worry about her swallowing the squeaky. But I just thought I'd do a quick live video in my cousin's room just to show all of you guys these adorable blankets. I just got a text message from my cousin that they'll be here in 2 hours, so they'll be here at 5 o'clock California time, and that the dogs are having fun at the park. I'm just trying to rest a little before they get here, because once they get here, the kids are very loud. The dogs play around and run around, and I don't really rest too much when all that is going on. But I'm sitting down right now in the rocking chair in my cousin's room, so I thought I'd do a quick live video before we start making dinner. We're gonna cook pot roast tonight. Either pot roast, or we'll probably buy KFC so we don't have to turn the oven on and warm up the house even more. But Jason, I finally, my uncle in Hawaii, he called me because he's back home in Hawaii, because he's taking care of my house while I'm here in California. All your blankets have arrived in Hawaii. So once I go back home in Hawaii, Jason, I will mail you all the stuff that I have for you, including the hats, honey hats. And there's 5 different hats colors. There's a green, there's a blue, there's a red, there's a purple, and there's a red, white, and blue hat. And we have about 20 of each. And I'm gonna put them down on the community post. So those of you who would like to have a souvenir of honey, whether it's a blanket or a honey hat, I could mail it out to you guys for free. It's just like a little bit like a souvenir, and that's why I made a lot of copies of blankets and hats of hers. And I'm gonna order a lot of Christmas ornaments of honey, of different styles, just like this one. So anybody who will want a honey ornament or a honey blanket or a honey hat, just send it to my email or leave your email address on one of the community post pictures, and I will gladly send one to you guys. But Jason, your package is ready. All I have to do is just go home and mail it to you. And I still have the address that you gave me. So my uncle called me today to let me know that it arrived today. And the blanket that I got you is a full-size blanket, Jason. The one that you like from my cousin's house. You have to send me a Christmas ornament. It's different than this one, but there's a lot. I have a lot of different ornaments of honey, Christmas ornaments. I'll send you a couple with different pictures of it. And one, she's wearing a Santa Claus hat, and another one, she's wearing the reindeer hat, and one, she's wearing a snowman hat. So I will send you all 3 of them. I have a lot of pictures of honey that I took during Christmas throughout the years, the 14 years that she was here on Earth. So by the end of November, I will post videos, home videos of honey during Christmas. You guys can watch her open her presents up and everything. She used to love opening her presents. I have so many videos of honey, home videos. I have about 1,800 videos of her, and I have 2,000 pictures that I took of honey. I adopted honey when she was 2 months old, or she was just under 2 months old, and she lived for 14 and a half years. And for those of you that are wondering how she passed away, she was very healthy. The only thing she had was arthritis, but she developed pneumonia. And because of her age, her immune system wasn't strong enough to fight the pneumonia. So she passed away in my arms at home, peacefully. I did not have her euthanized. She wasn't suffering, so I gave her the medicine at home. She lived 10 days with pneumonia, and she was never left alone. My sisters and I took turns at night, staying up with her all night. And she died September 14th at 10:20 in the morning, Hawaii time. And it's going to be 1 year, September 14th. I can't believe it went by so fast. It doesn't feel like it's that long. And there's just not a single second that I don't think about her. Her pictures are everywhere at my house. The living room has a lot of pictures of her. I have pictures of her in the dining room. I have pictures of her in the hallway. I have pictures of her in my bedroom. And I buried her in my backyard garden. So she has a beautiful tombstone with her picture on it and her name engraved. So she is, Jason. She really is. Here she is with her birthday picture. You guys can see it. I'm going to be sending you some videos on your email address, Jason, of Honey opening her Christmas presents and her birthday presents. You'll crack up. You will see how excited she used to get. And even when it wasn't her birthday or Christmas, I would buy her presents and wrap them up because I get a kick out of how excited she gets opening them up. I'm just glad that I did a lot of videos of Honey and I took a lot of pictures and I have no regrets whatsoever. She was never alone. She went to work with me every single day. So we were never ever separated. She was she wasn't even alone, not even for 1 second. When I used to go to the kitchen and cook, she would go in the kitchen with me. If I used to go take a shower, she would go and lay down on the floor and stay with me. So she would get she wouldn't be able to be separated from me for 1 second because she would definitely have had separation anxiety. And I was very blessed to have her for 14 and a half years. She was my best gift ever. And everybody says I saved her. I tell them no. She saved me. And if you think about it, if you guys have fur babies, your fur baby saved you, not the other way around. You know, God gives us these beautiful dogs to fit our personalities. He chooses what dogs to put into our lives. And he put Honey into my life when I needed her the most. I was going through a very, very, very rough time before I met Honey, and my life was literally upside down, and I was just basically giving up altogether. And I went to work, and when I got out of work at lunchtime, I went to throw something in a dumpster, and I heard a puppy whimpering. And I saw Honey inside the dumpster. Somebody threw her and her siblings in the dumpster, and her mom was already dead in the dumpster. And most likely they threw them in the dumpster because they were pit bulls. But long story short, I'm glad that my Honey girl is came into my life. And I hope she knows how deeply loved she'll always be. And I think about her every single second. I talk to her pictures. I talk to her, and I could feel her. I could feel her with me. I know she's with me in spirit. I could feel her presence. I could tell you guys a lot of stories that you might not believe. But I've seen her. I felt her, and I know it's her. Most of you guys might not believe that. That the spirit, they do come and visit us. And I felt her lick my leg. I felt her rub against my legs. And I turned around thinking that she's still alive. And I realized that she's no longer here with us. Oh, okay, Jason. But everybody tries to have a, to talk to us. Uh, what do you call them? Those people that predict the future or whatever. Hi, Frankie. I'm sorry, Frankie. I know how it feels. A lot of people says that, oh, they're only dogs. They're only dogs and they're only your pets. No, they're not. They're our family. They're our babies. And those who say get over it, it's just a dog. You're stupid and this and that. They're heartless. They never loved an animal. They never loved an animal the way we do, and their love is so amazing, and it's just I just feel so lost and empty without her, and she had babies, and I still see her kids because her babies are we gave them to my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and Honey has two puppies that look exactly like her that I see when I'm back home in Hawaii. I visit them quite often. And the puppies are already, believe it or not, 7 years old. And they have their mommy's personality. And I love dogs. I love all dogs, but I especially love pit bulls. Yes, they are Highlander. I agree with you 100%. Dogs are better than humans. They don't know how to hate. They don't judge you. They don't betray you. They don't hurt you. The only time they hurt you is when they leave us. And that is the most unconditional love that they have. And people ask me if I had to do it all over again, would I adopt Honey all over, knowing how painful it is? Absolutely, I would do it all over again. If I had a chance to rescue her all over again, I would do it in a heartbeat, even knowing how deeply hurt it is to lose her. She is the first dog I ever had. I'm 27 years old, and I found her when she was under 2 months old. She lived for 14 and a half years. And she was my first heart, my first love, my first baby. And everybody says, get rid of her. She's a pit bull. She's evil. Pit bulls are evil. You're an evil person to rescue a pit bull. I got so angry at them because it's not the dog's fault at all. It's how they were raised. If you raise them to attack, that's all the dog is going to know is to attack. If you raise them with love, compassion, and give them all the love and care that you need, that's all they're going to know. My Honey girl, she was a pit bull terrier. She didn't have a single hate in her body. She was not animal reactive. She loved all animals. She loved all people. I never heard her growl at an animal. I never heard her growl at a person. And there's other pit bulls in my family that are the sweetest pit bulls that you'll ever meet. They have a bad reputation because of bad owners. The owners are the ones that should be put to sleep for raising them to attack and kill. It's not the dog's fault, so please do not blame the dogs. Dogs only learn what you teach them. So in Honey's memory, I want to change the narrative on how people treat animals with love, not hate, and show everybody how sweet and loving bully breeds really are. So treat it with love, not hate. I wrote a book after Honey passed away. Actually, about 3 weeks when Honey passed away, I hired a publisher and I started writing a book about Honey's journey on how I rescued her and how her somebody killed her mom and her siblings and threw them in the trash just because they were pit bulls. And Honey was not expected to survive. She was just under a pound. So I wrote a book and it's gonna come out next year, next April on her birthday. And it's gonna be published in all the stores and on Amazon also. And it's about her life and also about bully breeds, about pit bulls, on how loving they are. It's a 300-page book, and it's going to have 180 pictures of Honey and 60 pictures of other pit bulls that are in my family and friends. And Jason, Percy, and Susie are going to be in my book. I did ask Chris for like his permission if I could put some of Percy's and Susie's pictures on my book. And I asked him that about 6 months ago, and he gave me his blessings because I told him that the book is going to be in Honey's memory, but other pictures of pit bulls in my family are also going to be in there, so everybody could see how loving these, bully breeds are. They're not evil. They're not vicious. They're not mean. They're better than humans. They give you more compassion than humans do. I'm afraid of humans. I'm not afraid of dogs. You can't trust humans. All right, Highlander, thank you for stopping by. I'll talk to you next time. Oh, I could, Jason? I'll make sure to add a few pictures of Roxy at the end of my book. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go now. I gotta go make the smoothies for the dogs and for Daisy, because they'll be here shortly. And I'm gonna get their treats and their snacks. So Jason, if I feel better tomorrow, I'll call you, I'll text you, or you call me tomorrow if you want. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Love you, Jason. Love you, everybody. Have a nice evening. Bye.